Hello and welcome to Reality TV News Update, where you'll find the most recent news, entertaining moments, and exclusive behind-the-scenes content. The Week 6 Big Brother HOH has been crowned, and his nominations for the week have been placed on the block. Last week, Chuck Inyanwu was evicted from the Big Brother house in a 9-1 vote. With only 12 house guests remaining, the stakes in the game are even higher. Who won this week's HOH competition? And who is at risk of being the sixth evicted house guest? Here is everything you need to know about Week 6 of Big Brother Season 28. Who is the Week 6 Big Brother? YASH'S Patel was crowned the Week 6 HOH during Sunday's Big Brother episode. Who is on the block? YASH'S nominations for the week are Haley Thogmartin, Dee Valladares, and Angela Murray. This is Haley's second week in a row being on the block, while this is Dee's and Angela's first time on the block this season. The three house guests will get their first shot at taking themselves off the block at the next Power of Veto competition, which will air on Wednesday, August 19. Is there a new episode of Big Brother Season 28 tonight? No, there will not be a new episode of Big Brother tonight, Monday, August 17. The show only airs on Wednesdays, Thursdays, and Sundays. The next episode will air this Wednesday, August 19. HOHs from Big Brother Season 28. Here are the house guests who have won the HOH competition so far in Season 28 of Big Brother. Dee Valladares. Week 1 Week 2 Rick Devens. Week 3 Camu Kirk. Week 4 Haley Thogmartin. Latrice Verrett. Week 5 Week 6 YASH'S Patel. Big Brother Season 28 evicted house guests. Here is who has been evicted on Big Brother Season 28 so far. Week 1 Ashley Trail. Week 2 Rome Seymour. Week 3 Jason Dupuis. Week 4 Lyric Medeiros. Week 5 Chuck Inyanwu. Will one of YASH'S current nominees take the Week 6 spot? We will have to wait until Thursday's live eviction to find out. Who are the remaining Big Brother Season 28 house guests? After another Big Brother Season 28 live eviction, the 12 remaining house guests include Dee Valladares, Barrett Pfeiffer, Drew Campbell, Haley Thogmartin, Angela Murray, Rick Devens, Camu Kirk, Latrice Verrett, Mallory Oricchio, Melody Morris, Taylor Brown, YASH'S Patel. When will the next Big Brother episode air? The next Big Brother episode will air Wednesday, August 19th at 8 p.m. Big Brother Weekly Schedule. Big Brother episodes air on Wednesdays, Thursdays, and Sundays at 8 p.m. ET on CBS and Paramount+. The HOH competition and nomination ceremony air on Sunday, the Power of Veto competition and ceremony air on Wednesday, and live evictions air on Thursday. Big Brother Unclocked airs on Fridays. How to watch Big Brother Season 28. I did not expect a Big Brother endurance competition to make me cry. I wasn't rooting for anyone in particular when the wall started. Then the youngins began dropping, and Latrice Lala Verrett was still hanging on. The wall is one of Big Brother's toughest and most recognizable competitions. It tests endurance, strength, and just how long a house guest can push through the discomfort before finally letting go. By the end, it came down to the 57-year-old and Camu, one of the biggest, strongest guys in the house. Lala was still up there and I was all in. When he finally dropped and Lala realized she had won, she started crying. I cried right along with her. She had just outlasted a group of younger house guests, some more than half her age. The moment felt bigger than her HOH win. An older woman did something the other house guests and many viewers probably assumed she couldn't. For a few minutes I wasn't thinking about her gameplay. And believe me, I have thoughts about Lala's gameplay. Quite frankly, it sucks. She hasn't been the brightest light bulb this season, and some of her decisions have made me shake my head. But none of that took away from what she did on that wall. In that moment she shined. A success for seasoned women. Then the camera went straight to Angela. She was in a puddle of tears, and the pride on her face was everything. Angela was genuinely happy for Lala, and her reaction made me cry even more. I've made no secret of the fact that Angela isn't my favorite player. I had the impression that Lala, Angela, and I were all members of the same seasoned women's society for a brief period of time. We understood what that moment represented. At 52, Angela knows what it feels like to walk into the Big Brother house as one of the older players. Whatever I think about her game, she has never been content to sit quietly in the background. Angela plays hard, wins competitions, and makes moves. She creates chaos a lot of the time and keeps me talking back to my television. Age has never stopped her from playing like someone who came to win. The wall was won by the old lady. Chuck had the nerve to refer to Lala as an old lady during one of his diary room confessions, and it ticked me off. The gall and blatant disrespect. That comment is exactly how older players get reduced in the Big Brother house. House guests judge age and assume those they see are weaker, slower, or less threatening. Sometimes they decide the older player can be dealt with later, or kept around as an easy extra vote. Then the old lady won the wall. Lala conquered one of the toughest endurance challenges Big Brother throws at its house guests every season. Chuck's comment looked even more ridiculous in hindsight. Lala's win reminded the house that experience, patience, social skills, and even physical endurance can make an older player a dangerous threat. More than the house mom or dad. In a house full of younger players, older house guests can become a source of comfort. They listen, give advice, and bring a little bit of that nurturing feeling of home. Before long, younger players start seeing them as mom, dad, auntie, or uncle rather than as someone they need to worry about in the game. At 50, Will filled that role during Big Brother Season 27 as the house dad. The younger players trusted him and leaned on him, which can be a huge advantage in a game built around relationships. When people are at ease, they talk. They vent, share information, and sometimes say a whole lot more than they probably should. The same person can also be building a strong social game and gathering information. That is what younger players need to remember. Older house guests did not enter Big Brother to offer advice, cook dinner, or make everyone else feel at home. They came to play the game and win the money too. Will was more than just the dad at home. Angela is more than one of the older women in the house, and Lala proved on that wall that 57 does not make her any less of a competitor. So go ahead and underestimate the older players. Just don't be surprised when they prove you and the house guests wrong. There's a new showmance brewing on Big Brother Season 28. Drew and Melody, whose vibe in the house is pretty much this. But if you've heard rumblings of a mysterious man named Aaron, that would allegedly be Melody's boyfriend. Melody has actually referenced him in the house, telling her mom in a faux phone call, "I really miss Aaron," and noting she's always thinking of him. She also talked to Drew about her relationship status, saying, "I'll have to tell you about it later," when he asked if they were official. Here is a July 14th video of Drew and Melody discussing their relationships. Drew says he was going to lie to the production and say he was single, but his girlfriend just wanted to break up anyway. Drew then asks Melody if she lied to the production. So what's going on with Melody and Aaron outside the show? An anonymous source told The Sun that the pair were friends first, then it was like an on and off thing for a long time, adding that they'd reconnected before Melody joined Big Brother, but weren't in a full-blown relationship. Her getting on Big Brother happened at pretty much the worst time for them because it was just as things were getting back on track for them, and they seemed to be getting serious, the source said. She swore she'd never be caught dead in a showmance. Not just because of him, but because she doesn't want to embarrass herself, and is there to win, and always talked about how she thought showmances were cringe for the people involved. As for how Aaron feels, he is angry at the situation, not necessarily at her, but that he has to watch this play out in front of him and he has no control of it. Additionally, what he has seen from her this week hurts him. He thought Melody acted fine in the first part of the season, but these past few days changed everything. He could see the change in how she looks at Drew, and more than that, it made him realize that the Melody he knew is gone. I think it's obvious how he felt about it. Spoilers obviously ensue, but I hope you're up to date because the nominations this week are even wilder. Chuck Inyanyu was blindsided when he left the Big Brother house during Lala Verrett's HOH week, and even that wasn't quite as shocking as the wild conversation he had with Taylor Brown prior. Chuck didn't know what to expect when he signed up for the reality series, but I would wager he never imagined he'd be having an intimate discussion about his nether regions. In a moment that went viral with those watching Big Brother online, Taylor confronted Chuck while he was playing chess with Haley Thogmartin. She claimed that his poor hygiene down there was making the bathroom have an odor, and that he needed to manscape to correct it. Cinema Blend asked Chuck about the moment, mentioning that it went viral, and wanted his thoughts on how he felt about Taylor talking to him about that. It was one of those things to where I felt like it was so rude because we had so many guys in the house, and for her to be so accusatory towards me, saying that she has 4 brothers, she knows it's me? It was like the weirdest thing ever. I'm someone who's huge on skincare, my hygiene, all that. I don't think it's any surprise that Chuck was upset to be accused of something that feels so personal and private, though he was using a bathroom shared by several other houseguests. Taylor can insist all she wants he was the problem, but at the end of the day, it's not like anyone knows for sure. As mentioned, the moment went from being viewed by those watching the live feeds with a Paramount Plus subscription to the larger fandom on the internet. After finding out he was the subject of conversation and memes for that reason, Chuck only had this to say. It going viral laughs. It's going to happen. Things are going to happen. You're literally live, right? I just found it to be so impolite, and it was one of those things. I knew if I stayed in the house, my relationship with her was going to be forever changed. Just because she was someone who was hot and cold. And that was like that ultimate, yeah, you're done. Chuck had zero plans of working with Taylor had he survived the week, which makes one wonder what the current house dynamic would be. Would YASH have kept Chuck off the block during his HOH week? Or would he have effectively been in the same position Haley Thogmartin is in this week? Since Big Brother's Chuck is now on the outside and likely won't get to speak with Taylor anytime soon, I guess it doesn't really matter. That said, it seems he has a lot to say, as he continued with how inconsiderate she was talking about that. I also hate how accusatory she was toward me while also knowing I'm going through such a tough week on the block, and as a have-not, I could not imagine going to someone and being so accusatory and so rude. Chuck won't be the only houseguest to leave Big Brother Season 28 with a grudge against another houseguest. Jason Dupuis told Cinema Blend he took issue with Camu Kirk calling him his zesty bestie, citing it as more of a microaggression than anything. Meanwhile, the action rages on in the Big Brother house. There's word that Rick Devens may use his power, showing once again it was the right call to bring him in to shake things up, though maybe not to win, we'll see. If Chuck plans to tune in and watch, I'll be interested to hear what he has to say about it, once he gets settled in at home. The Survivor duo have thought about forming a new house majority by combining their crossovers alliance with Drew and Barrett's FAP alliance, which includes Melody and Mallory, as part of their plans to disrupt the diamond power of veto. Really, the idea started with Devin, so the credit to him at least from what I've seen, but as this whole diamond veto thing will revolve around D and Devins, I am lumping the two together on this as well. Devins's worry with using the DPOV would be that he'd be burning some of his bro bridges with Yash and Camu. If Camu survives the week, Devins wouldn't care if he didn't, so he's looking to shore up his numbers and allies. Since the HOH only participates in a tie and the two remaining noms on the block are not voting, the majority of the remaining 12 HGs would be 7, so you don't even need that many. But for simplicity we can still say 7 is the majority, and that's exactly what Devins is trying to line up. Devins made the suggestion of bringing in Melody and Mallory to work together during his conversation with Barrett last night. Barrett wasn't opposed, is he ever? And gave his blessing to the idea. Devins also talked with Drew, who liked the idea, and of course Devins went over it with D too. Overnight FAP got together in the yard, and they discussed what Drew and Barrett knew of Devins's plan to bring their groups together. They were all supportive, and it was a pleasure to collaborate with him, D and Angela. What they don't know is Devins may shock Yash and Camu on Monday with the diamond veto. On Sunday, Devins continued his campaign with Mallory, where he ran the idea past her about working together, and she liked it, as she already knew from last night. Melody said the same when Devins went to discuss the group of 7 with her too. The plan is for them to all get together in a room later on Sunday to make something official. Now here's what else Devins and D are talking about with this group of 7. Devins talked with D about a what-if on saving his diamond veto, gambling on D or Angela winning the blockbuster over Haley, and then voting out Haley. At worst, they would lose Angela and conceded that point in their talks. Ouch for Angela. At that point they would still have 6 and a majority, with the house being down to 11 HGs come Thursday night. So what is Rick's plan for Monday? Well, I want to see some fireworks, so I'm hopeful he sticks with the plan to save D and renom Camu, but clearly he's considering the options where he doesn't. There are still 2 more weeks when he could use the DPOV, and he'll be happy to keep that quiet and not burn any bro bridges in the process. Either way, the possibility of a 7 HG alliance is interesting. Rick noted that this would bring together all 5 of the time capsule winners so far, and likely to include the 6th with Drew, sorry Barrett, come Friday. He thought that would probably be a popular grouping for the viewers, and I'd imagine he's right. Now if only they could get back to winning some comps, they could have a real edge here. What do you think of this new possible mega alliance? And what ridiculous name will Drew give them? FAP-overs? Cross-FAP-airs? Please do not employ those, please. Let's see what they come up with instead. Big Brother airs on CBS on Sundays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays at 8 p.m. I can't wait to see how this week ends and who we'll see on the block when the dust settles after the veto ceremony.